𝗲𝗂𝗯𝗃𝗵 bienvenue and welcome. And today we're talking about a guitar, the morning guitar ritual for, well, it's the morning ritual for guitar growth is what it is. So good morning to you. And I want to just remind you that we're just getting ready to, I've just got to grab my guitar. Kevin, good morning. I wanted to let you know, and Mr. Grubbs, Mr. Haas and Mr. Grubbs, I wanted to let you know that I plan on running on time. Hey, Raul, Mr. Werner, we're going to be running on time today, starting at 7:30. So I've got a timer set for 1 hour. So what we're going to do is maximize the hour. Okay, so we want to continue to build in that direction to really start developing standards now for our morning ritual and you know, not protocols, but standards that will that we can expect, we can grow to expect. So if it's likely that we'll go over the half hour, so you're more than welcome to just stick around for the entire hour. And if you'd like, you could also, you know, bail after the half an hour, but use whatever time you have to spare. I think I'm going to end up, for the immediate future, I'm going to end up with an hour session. We've been going a little bit over, and I know your time is so precious, and we have so many important things to do in the span of one day, and we want to get to all of it. So what we'll do is we'll keep this motivated, we'll keep this driven, but we'll keep it super focused. And I hope that works out for all of you guys. And let me grab my git fiddle. I got thinking, good morning. Good morning, Kevin. Good morning, Marlon. Good morning, Raul. Good morning, Kevin. Again, thank you for being responsive there. And then, oh, good morning, Mr. Tortorello. How is everyone this morning? I've been warming up with the electric guitar already this morning, just working out what we're going to do. I think next week, I think I was going to do that this week, but I think it requires a little bit more announcement than just simply starting with an electric guitar. So if you have, do you have electric guitars at your disposal? If you do, I think Monday might be a good day. If I can remember, you know, if it makes it into my calendar, if I can remember to write it down, then it will appear in my calendar. And if it doesn't appear in my calendar, it doesn't happen anymore. You know what I mean? It's just so busy. I heard playing guitars like me. Yes, it is. It can be. And I think that's Cap. Good morning. 𝗵𝗂𝗶𝗴𝗄 Price. Oh, it's you again. Yes, it is. Are you referring to making reference to me or someone else? You can hear Tuckerman in the other room howling with the guitar here. What's up? Good morning. Do you all have guitars? We're going through the tuning process, and what I'm going to do is let Tuckerman know that it's okay. Hey, Tuckerman, it's all right, buddy. I'm right here with you, buddy. Here's the A440 tuning fork. And here it is on fret 5, natural harmonic on the guitar. My guitar appears to be, at least the reference string appears to be in tune, which is it's a good indicator for the day. Now, while we're getting tuned up and breathing, I wonder if you can help me with, do we want to focus on ternary or tertiary rhythm today, like 3 attacks per beat or 4 attacks per beat? guys will continue shaping the guitar week. Four. All right. Wow. All right. Kevin's not fooling around. Kevin's all in. He's all in. Yeah, I was working on the kitchen counter this morning and thinking about sevens. Oh, Alice in Chains. Wow, you're breaking out the good stuff already this morning. D is a great chord for me to I'm just going to double check to make sure that we're in tune, and maybe we'll bring you guys a little closer. How's that? Is that all right? Get too close? If I'm in your personal bubble, just give me a shout here. I'll back it off. But I wanted to just try to get as much of what's going on here as possible. All right, so we're in tune, pretty much in tune. We have Prince. We have 2 4s. Both Kevin and Marlon say 4 attacks per beat, so it sounds like we want to get moving. I don't have a guitar, but I have a Miracle 𝗵𝗵𝗃 sing a song for me. That's great. That's wonderful. If you don't have a guitar, you can play along with us by using your thumb as the fretboard. This is what we do when we're driving or when we are walking down a hallway. We don't have a guitar in hand, but we want to continue practicing. So I'm just using the thumb as if it were the fretboard. Fingers come in contact with the fretboard, and we keep moving. So this morning, what we're going to do is we're starting with fingers 3 and 4, 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 and then 4 3 4 3 4 3 4 3 4 3, and then we move down a position. For example, we're going to start it right now, so I'll go ahead and share that with you in real time. Fingers 3 and 4 on 11 and 12, 4 attacks per beat. Very exciting 4 attacks per beat this morning. Lively 4 attacks per beat. And we're using 11 and 12 with fingers 3 and 4 on the fret hand. And again, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up will be present in the picking hand this morning with us. So without further ado, let's dive right in. And then we'll just pretend there was a mad transition there, whoosh, with a whoosh. All right, so we've got that 3 and 4. 1 and, it's going to be 1 E and a 2, no, 1, 2, 1 E and a 2. Oh, wow, 4 attacks per beat is really waking me up this morning. Dingy, 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 dingy. All right, so we're going to start with fingers 3 and 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a, you know what to do, E and a. At work at the moment, just wanted to say how appreciated the Ted Green journey has been. Love it. Cheers, Devin. Cheers, mate. Cheers, mate. I hope you have a wonderful morning, and thank you very much for being so kind to pop in for just that purpose. So here it is, starting again on position 3 because I ran out of the frame. 1 E and a 2 E and a, here we go, E and a. Guitar for everyone, you made it. Good morning. Yes, awesome. I'm so happy that you're here because this is a building sequence. This is going to happen every single weekday, all of 2025. So that way we can measure from the very first lesson or for the very first live stream that we did together, we can take a look at how we can compare and contrast, let's just say, we're gonna take a look at the first live stream and compare it to the last live stream of 2025, and we're going to take a look at the benefits. We are going to quantify any gains that we have achieved over this new year, this 2025. Fingers 2 and 3, 1 E and a 2 E and a here we go E and a. Same thing, 11 and 12, and then we reach the top of that, we descend that next pattern down, and so on and so forth until we reach first position. So I'm at the kitchen counter this morning, like I'm filling up the humidifier or making the, the mocha pot or whatever. And I'm just counting sevens. I'm thinking, 60 beats per beat, 60 beats per minute. And I'm just counting sevens. I'm thinking, I know what 60 beats per minute is. I know what a second is. So I've got the click going in my mind, and I'm thinking, one da 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 da, one da 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 da, just thinking sevens, and it was just, a 5-minute job, but just improvising rhythmically, as if I'm playing raga or something. Really working that 7 attacks per beat in my mind, and with syllables, syllabic approach too. So we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 E and a 2 E and a you know what to do E and a. So it's 1 1 da da. So da 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 da. All right, so let me see if I can do that over the 16th note grid here. 1 E and a 2 E and a T E and a here we go. Fingers 1 and 2 over frets 11 and 12. So it's a little bit of a challenge to do, and I think with a little bit of practice I could probably get good at that, for whatever reason. But I think the only reason I would want to do that is so I could go in and out of, 𝗵𝗿 or 4 attacks per beat, and then just kind of slide right into 7 attacks per beat, and then slide right back out of 7 attacks per beat. So that way I've got this greasy little technique going, and then that's just one of those things that you might want to accomplish. I see some comments coming in, and I'm cognizant that they're coming in, and if you could just hang right on, I'm going to continue. I'm going to stretch in a few moments here, and I want to keep this show on the road so that way we can accomplish our object today and really work on this morning ritual situation and maximize the potential, maximizing our potential. Imagine that. 1 E and a 2 E and a U. Oh, fingers 3 and 4, and we're using frets 10 and 12. Up, slide down a position, descend, and then descend down a position, and same thing, ascend the string set, down a position, and descend the string set. 1 E and a 2 E and a here we go E and a. B, I see B. Good day, mate. Guitar for Everyone is a new member, or a new participant here. So I think if you wanted to welcome anybody who's new, I think Erica is, I'm not sure if Erica's kicking around still or not. I see a new name here. Marceline. This is Gas. Yeah. Be back, Jason. Any lesson for down picking, please? Oh yeah, all right. We're going to do that today. As a matter of fact, I was thinking that's why I want to organize this into a 1-hour nut, so that way we can really just get it, like a condensed version of this warm-up, so that way when you're ready over your day, you can adjust your metronome and bring it up and down and improve yourself over the course of the day. Just add water, do you know what I mean? So we've got this hang right out for that. Great comment back, B back. What is so cool? What? All right, so we've got Yeah, welcome. Mr. Tortorello is a songwriter, and we've got a few regulars here with guitars in hand, so we'll try to keep this show going. Fingers 3 and 4, 1 and 2 E and a T. We're using 3 and 4. We're stretching from frets 10 to 12, and this is a real challenge for most of us, and it's especially a challenge for me because these two fingers don't seem to want to cooperate all the time. However, we're still doing the thing. 1 E and a 2 E and a you know what to do E and a. So if you decide over this course of the day that you want to revisit some of these workouts, you can do so at a slower tempo. I think my metronome bottoms out at 40 beats per minute. But if you wanted to incrementally get these exercises up to tempo, don't be afraid. Be not afraid of ascending in tempo or improving the tempo. Crank it up to 62, 64, 66, get up to 70, and then bring it up to 80. I mean, you could work all of these exercises to get up to $120 or $160 or wherever you can take them. That's a great way to test your metal. You know what I mean? It's I always think about improving incrementally. So every time I change the metronome tempo, I have to give myself 2 bars to adjust to the new tempo. If I'm in tune and ready and prepared and everything's cut, I can just kind of hear, the tempo. You give me a beat, count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then bang, we're ready to go. But, it's a good idea to just give ourselves 2 bars to adjust to a new tempo. So that's why I do this 1 E and a 2 E and a you know what to do E and at 60 beats per minute. I really break down those 16th notes, right? Fingers 1 and 2. Then we'll stretch. 1 E and a 2 E and a 2 E and a 4 E and a. Frank and Jackie, good morning, everyone. Yes. Yeah, thank you so much for following along and being present here. We're engaged actively in the morning ritual for guitar growth, and that's exactly what this live stream is intended to do. It's intended to unpack the unpackable and bring to the forefront, bring to the front line, bubble up to the surface, if you will, those techniques that have been hidden behind the veil for us for so many years. What we're doing is we're making peace with the technical problem of the guitar and just becoming more a part of it, because Antonio Segovia was talking about, he never used a strap. He always just played the guitar, positioned the guitar on his person like this. He has a knee elevated, and then he places it like this on his person because it's next to his heart. And it's so funny because he talks about the guitar it's a part of you. It's literally a part of you. So an extension of your musical communication. So let's take a look at fingers 1 and 2 and 3. Oh, we're still in 2 digits, I forget. So let's use fingers 2 and 4. I'll get back here so we can see the with clarity the finger pattern. So frets 9 and 12, and we're using down, up, still, down, up on the picking hand, and then we're using that skip. Typically we would use positional playing, but now what we're doing is we're using fingers 2 and 4, and we're giving that an additional fret to stretch. Let's try it. 1 E and a 2 E and a T E and a bow E and a. And we descend. Go down 1 position, ascend. Descend a position, descend. Descend another position, ascend. There we go. I kind of got that pooch a little bit. Another thing that I'd like to get to today is, if we can, I'd like to use the minor pentatonic to practice parallel practice, parallel playing up and down the fretboard, because it's such a useful, it is such a useful tool for the guitarist. For the modern guitarist, the guitarist of antiquity, and it's just so, it's there, it's in every continent, it's everywhere on our globe. So minor pentatonic, major pentatonic, we shall absorb this into our guitar being, okay? So 1 E, fingers, same thing, 1 and 3 on frets 9 and 12, same pattern, but then instead of using fingers 2 and 4, now we're up to fingers 1 and 3. 1 E and a 2 E and a, you know what to do, E and a. That's right. And really, are you able to hear the metronome? Is it loud enough so that you can make sense of what's going on with it? Healthy Family Force, just subbed. Thank you. Welcome to the channel. We do this every morning, weekday mornings at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're building a little guitar family, a fretboard family. So it's free, it will be free for the remainder, for all of 2025, and we'll talk a little bit more about why it is we're doing what we're doing once we get started here. Let's take a stretch. I noticed we've been 20 minutes. It's time for a stretch before we start doing the old 1, 2, 3, 4s. So I place my guitar down on the bench, and I'll notice my guitar stays flat if I can keep the pick from dropping off of it. So what I'll do is I'll use this moment while I stretch to share with you some responses to any comments that I may have not caught. Maybe I overlooked some of those. Is my hat low enough? Hold on. How's my hair? Good? All right. So a little humor there, dry humor. So why don't we go ahead and ask questions now. We've got about a minute, and straight elbow, and we're doing this. We don't want to put any micro tears. You can see the blood blister I got from my new music stand, because apparently I'm still naive to some simple physical ideas. And but let's go ahead and just get this stretch going. I'm not pulling hard enough to get micro tears. I really don't want to sustain any injuries, but I do want to think 15 clicks on this. I want to think 15 clicks on this. And then anything I do on this arm, I do in the other arm. Okay, I'm practicing with you. HHF for short. HF. Healthy Family, HFF for short. Okay. Huff. Practice along with us. Yeah, it's great. Zach Attack, good morning. I've got this one riff that goes burr noodle dee doodle dee dang ding doo. That's pretty fun. That's pretty fantastic. Zach, that made me laugh out loud. Yeah, it's good. Zach from the song Mississippi Half Step Uptown Toledo. There you go. Okay. So we got Joe Pesci's back. Good morning. Okay. Hey man, nice morning improv. This progression. Oh, we've got 1, 3, 6. What is that? 6 major and then 2 diminished, 5, 1. I like it. I like it a lot. I like going bing ding on the guitar. Have you heard David Matthews scat? Have you ever heard him scat? He did a version of Jimmy Thing in New York Live, and he started doing this scat, announcing that he's so proud to be present in this New York environment, and it's a pretty incredible scat. Nice attempt, beautiful work. All right, I like guitar for everyone. Yes, Frank and Jackie. Yes, guitar for everyone. This is fire. These are invaluable exercises you know, I really am so happy. I'm thrilled that you're able to make it today. We are going to run until 8:30. We have a lot more work to do, so I'm just going to run through those stretches one more time because I'm feeling like my body is really enjoying that process. So, you know, naturally we're going to get some drop off here, but those of you who are interested in sticking it out, you can benefit from this if you like. I've got a little comic relief. Just a cup of, how many pit bulls fit in a Ford Escape? Okay. This is the thickest amount of hair I've seen all day. Yeah, nice. I'm pulling, yeah, Zach. Wow, Zach, man. All right. Let's go ahead and how to change chords smoothly. Please, need help. Hat is cool. Hair is perfect. Thanks very much. So the hat is, it's the old Keep It Patched. You know, it's an old one. It's a gift, and it will probably be around for a while. It's got the old stretch fit, and it works great. Murphy got the top of it. My English Springer Spaniel. If I leave things laying around, you know, with unattended, and even for a moment, he'll be sure to grab at it. So let's jump right back in. We're starting with fingers 1, 2, 3, and 4 now, and we're starting on position 9. We're using finger 1 on low E string, fret 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're using 4 attacks per beat, which is, you know, 1 E and a, or however you want to count it, but I typically will standardize it with a 1 E and a. 4 attacks per beat, 60 beats per minute, and we're using just a morning ritual for guitar growth. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, you know what to do, E and a. Yeah, and you'd be surprised like how this increases speed. Has anyone here noticed a speed increase? I mean, I noticed, like, I've already noticed speed increases even though we're playing at a slower tempo. It's like driving a Formula One. Anyone have? I have a friend who races Porsches, and he, you know, races in Canada, and he really is. I've driven with him. Well, I've been a passenger with him in a car, a Volkswagen. It's a Golf, like a GTI, but you know those exit ramps on, you know, the interstates. You know, sometimes they're coming down a hill and they're wrapping a complete 360 to come off on a, you know, one of the, you know, the commercial streets in any city USA. Well, I'm with Derek, and it's a white GTI with black leather interior, and I'm thinking how he's telling me how I can get more out of my standard, you know, my 1990 89 Saab 900, and how I can get more out of the car by just adjusting my shift patterns and all that stuff. And I'm thinking, this is too much. And then so he goes on, he gets off exit like 6B or whatever it was, and I remember fearing for my life. And while he's engaged in this high-speed exit, he turns and looks at me and he says, "Oh, don't worry, because I can feel when the car is about ready to give out." And I'm thinking, wow. So there's a level of professionalism that, you know, that raises the hair on the nape. Do you know what I mean? It's just, it's exciting. It's very exciting to pilot these slower turns, because you know those faster turns are going to come, and you have to be prepared to negotiate those turns just in real time. Otherwise, like Miles Davis, you know, basically said, you cannot improvise the thing that you do not know. 1 E and a 2. Let's do the same thing with a 4th finger stretch. So we're using 9, 10, 11, and then 13. 1, 2, you know what to do. Oh, 4th finger stretch. H, F, F. Send me on my way. Yes, make the exercise like, you know, quarter note triplets, eighth note triplets, or 16th note triplets. Septuplets. Yes, you've got the right idea. You're talking the right language. You're definitely talking my language. Okay, 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 okay. Love that. Love the sticker. I was able, guitar for everyone. I was able to get the 4-finger per string chromatic exercise up to about 165 beats per minute, playing 8. Let me start again. Position 1, descend. 1 E and a 2 E and a T E and a 𝗹𝗶 and a. I was able to get the 4-note per string chromatic exercise up to about 165 beat, playing 8th notes cleanly, but that's about my limit. It's good to know, it's good to understand our limitations, because that's how we can move from the known to the unknown. Lift the veil, so to speak, you know. Move from the known to the unknown. That's the process of learning, isn't it? Right, and if I don't know my limitations, it's very difficult to, you know, just assume where they are. So at the end of this year, where we practiced 5 days a week at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be able to take a look, a good solid look at that first live stream, and then compare it to where we are a year, you know, 175 hours from now. You know, it'll be 250 hours, I guess, because we're, instead of half an hour a day, I think I'm going to end up using an hour every day. So it'll look more like 260, 270 hours, you know, something like that. So we are really going to notice a significant difference, right? These are not, you know, you take your technique where it is now, and there's no power next to it, but then you take your technique a year from now, doing this exercise for a year, and you can add a couple powers of 10 next to it, right? You know, it'll be probably the nth power. I'm sure it'll be like 3 or 4, you know. But we're noticing, we're going to notice some benefits. And I'm really happy that Healthy Family Force is here too. I'm really particularly interested in checking out that channel. If any of you are doing anything cool here on YouTube that I might not know about, I'd love to hear a little bit more about it, and you can drop those in the comments here in the live chat if you like. Same exercise, but we're stretching back with finger 1. Frets 8, 10, 11, and 12. All right? Fingers, yeah, so you're feeling, that's a good testament. That's a good testimonial. Do you mind if I put that? Could I screenshot some of these things and then put it on my YouTube community? So like what I like to do is just develop my YouTube community page a little bit with posts. So if there was a testimonial, I mean, Mr. Tortorello is already on there because he's really been working hard on these songs he's been working. And yes, fingers are feeling stronger. Sure. Okay, thanks, Kevin. 1 E and a 2 E. So we're on fingers 1, 2, 3, 4, but we're stretching back with the first finger stretch now. 1 E and a 2 E and a 8, 10, 11, 12. And for some reason, this one gets me, you know. I really have to focus on where my first finger is reaching back to. And I think it has a lot to do with my posture and the current angle at which I'm holding my guitar. Got a really nice breath there, going for the even Steven here. Anybody mind if we start with an electric guitar for about a week next week? Is that going to put anybody off? Is it going to be a hard trip for anyone? Oh man, Mr. Tortorella, he knows how to work the camera, doesn't he? Oh man, he's a skilled boy. I really appreciate that. If you don't mind, I'll use anything anyone is willing to say, good and pretty close to honest and good about this live stream. I would love to have those testimonials to share. Absolutely. All right, so quickly, let's go ahead and just get into the 1, 2, 3, 4, the old 1, 2, 3, 4 diagonal. For those of us who are new here, let's take a quick look at what exactly it is we're talking about. We have fingers 1, 2, let's take a look at the pick. Let's get the pick involved. 1, down, it's down, up, 2, right, down, up, and it's a diagonal pattern. We're using 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then we'll go ahead and reverse it, and we'll use 9, 10, 11, and 12. So we ascend 9, 10, 11, and 12, and we descend 9, 10, 11, and 12. At which point we find ourselves descending to one position lower, and then we use the 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we descend to 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we descend the position 1, 2, 3, 4, and then descend that 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so on and so forth. So let's go ahead. 4 attacks per beat at 60 beats per minute, people. Yeah. All right, here we go. 1E and a 2E and a you know what to do. And the trick is for me not to let my fingers go too crazy. Keep them all sort of like, keep them all organized enough. The fingers need leadership. I'm going to descend and ascend each one of these positions, or each one of these string groups. So right now we're on the top string group of 4 strings. The next time we descend, we're starting on the middle 4 strings, that string group. So we refer to this as string group 1, string group 2, string group 3. String group 2, same thing. 1E and a 2. Let's get those likes up to 20. And I can hear string noise I'm leaving behind, so I've got to work on choking out those or dampening those strings from ringing. We don't want to hear unless we want to hear the long tones. I want this to sound as if it were a single note line. And then we're moving back down to position string group number 3, frets 9, 10, 11, and 12. Same thing, bottom string group. 1E and a 2E and a TE and a BOE and a... Hey Anthony, have a wonderful day, man. Thanks for being here. I'm alternate picking here. But it is a good exercise to perfect sweep picking. The trick is to the sweep pick technique. The trick is to get that, just get it looking like nice, and we don't want to just jettison to the next string. When we pluck the string, we want to carefully, you can see how that string that pick just kind of got out of hand. So it's a nice sweeping motion that we're looking for. So that's definitely a great sweep technique builder, for sure. All right. Hello from Romania. Good morning. Good morning. in Romania. Good morning from America. And elsewhere about the world as we may persist with the guitar. All right. All right, so let's take a look at these. Let's just kind of playing minor pentatonic. I wanted to really start working on some like larger, larger arpeggios. Some things like this are coming. So this is why we want to continue building our skills over the course of each day. I appreciate the likes. I see that the likes are going. If we can get it to 20, that'd be wonderful. I really appreciate it. It's sort of a benchmark for this live stream. But I really want to get to the point where we're working out, diatonic harmony. And then, as a guitar player with a dreadnought with no cutaway, it gets a little bit more exciting, because we need to get that thumb out from behind the neck, get it up here, and start maneuvering in a new, uncomfortable way that will soon make comfortable. Let's see, got to jump. Are you alternate picking? Have a good one, Anthony. Yes, have a good one, Romania. Good morning, Dustin. Good morning, Mr. Hall. From North Carolina. What a beautiful place to be hailing from. Great. Show us your toe. Yeah, this isn't a feet channel. That's funny, though. I probably would make a lot more money, though, if it was, wouldn't I? Actually, I have a different request. Can you play any Clapton? Yeah, Clapton is, We're going to get to that. I have a specific live stream that I do take requests on. What you've stumbled into this morning is the morning ritual for guitar growth, where we're working the patterns that we are just mechanically, we're going through the process. It's a narrative. It's a slow roll. It's happening every morning, 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 7:30 a.m. every weekday for the entire year of 2025, and this is a free thing to join or not join, whatever you prefer to do. But it's all good. It's in the name of building. You can look back in the live stream chat here, Dustin or Mr. Hall, if you want to see. You can take a look at some of Kevin's Fingers of Feeling Stronger, Anthony Tortorella's finger. He feels like his speed is like getting better just in the couple of weeks he's been here. So you could take a look at why we're here. Why I'm here is I wrote some lofty goals for 3 months before the new year, and I have a plan, an 8 to 12 hour day every day, that I have a plan so that I can achieve my goal that I want to achieve within 12 months. If I don't make it this cycle because it's an annual event, I'll get it the next year around. But I have a 12 to 24 month goal, and in order for me to execute, so in my mind, that goal has already been achieved because I know enough. I've lived long enough to know that when I set a goal and I follow my plan, I can execute my plan every single time. And I'm not kidding. Like, founded and directed a conservatory of music, grew it larger than a local university music program. Okay, statues in front of that university. And if you ever have a chance to do a full body cast, I would say do it. If you have a chance to have a statue of your person made, and just do it. It's a wonderful experience. Vaseline all over the body, that kind of stuff. And they make a cast of your. It's exciting. I'll tell you the story later on. It's a good one. But anyway, to make a long story short, one of the reasons why I'm here is because I have personal goals. And I thought if I'm going to be here doing this stuff anyway, it might be a good idea. There are other guitar players around the planet who might also be interested in building up their craft and building up their capacity and building up our voice, our collective voice. At the end of this 2025, there are going to be hundreds or thousands of guitar players who are part of this live stream who we have all benefited, and we've all shared 250 hours together doing this good work, and we're going to have something different to say then than we do now. I can guarantee it. And we're going to look back at that first stream and the last stream, overlay them, and compare the techniques and to compare the gains that we've made. It's a monumental project for me. It's a little bit like I'm out of my tree, but I know I'm going to be doing it anyway. I know I like to help. I'm a helper, you know, personality style, and so I'm here to do the good thing. And if you're here with me to continue doing the good thing, amen, brother and sister. You know, I'm really appreciative of that. So without further ado, let's just jump right back into it. We'll start with minor pentatonic, and all I'm going to do is playing the most popular minor pentatonic shape that we know. After we get through this, we'll do another stretch. I'll take a look at some questions, and we'll go ahead and just kick it a little bit for about a minute while I do the, you know, forearm stretches. 1 E and a 2 E and a T E O. So what I'm doing is minor pentatonic, and it's really simple. It's really easy to learn. If you're not familiar with it yet, we can do it. 1 4 1 3 1 3 1 3 1 4 1 4 1 4 1 3 1 3 1 3 1 4 1 4. Right? So it's 1 E and a 2 E and a, you know what to do. It's going to look like this. And then we descend the pattern to position A, then descend down to 7. But we're trying to make this as smooth as we can. Long tones if we can. And we're not really working on any altered forms of the pentatonics. The altered form of pentatonic is just a wonderful tool to be aware of. But I'm using this opportunity to familiarize myself with how the mechanics of the scale pass over time and how they change as we ascend and descend the neck. So if I'm here, I keep that same position. Down here, I'm only reaching 3 frets. So as we move down the guitar neck, I've got to do this stretch. This stretch is a reality for us. You can see that the left hand just sort of stretches out as we move. So those are important things to do. Now I'm going to use another minor pentatonic shape. We use the 1 4 1 3 1 3 1 3 1 4 1 4. Now we're going to use fingers 2 4 1 4 2 4 2 4 1 4 1 4 2 4 2 4. A little more challenging and a little less stabilizing, right? 1 E and a 2 and a, you know what to do. And if you're not playing along, if you wouldn't mind smashing that like button. Also, if you'd like, since we're going to be here all year, I mean potentially, you know, I assume a lot when I say we, but I'm going to be here all year. You could let your guitar player friendlies know about this live stream, and then we could all work out together. So I'm not sure if you're playing in a group right now, a band where you have multiple guitar players. This could be a nice common ground, a nice place to come and chat while you're burning burning through the morning ritual. That's a good one. Here's another good one. So this is a little weird, this one. 1, 4, or 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, stretch 4. We're using one note on the G string, 3, and then 1, 4, 1, 3. Ready? 1 E and a 2 E and a maybe we know what to do E and a. Clearly I don't know what to do. This is asking a lot for me, you know, it's just one of those, it's one of those positions that, you know, it's not all that, you know, used on the guitar, but it is nice to know it. It is a nice one to know. Mr. 𝗏𝗿𝗏, you know, plays it pretty well, I think. Is there another one? There's one more. So we'll start with fingers 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 1, 4. There it is. 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 4. You know, we could have a lot of fun. Well, let's take a look at it. 1 and a 2 E and a T E and a faux E and a. Okay, so we got it pretty much going on. Let's take another quick stretch. I saw a couple of comments come through. Now's a wonderful time to hit that, to slam on that like button. Just bang on it. So we don't have any objections to electric guitars for next week. So I think I'm going to bring this guitar next week, or, you know, some kind of a Strat, you know, a Strat or a Super Strat or something like that, okay? And then what we're going to do, it'll be like starting over again, like we press the reset button. So I'm stretching while I talk. 15 clicks on each angle. Jimmy Norris, would you say if Dave Mustaine asked you to join Megadeth? Oh, holy smokes. I would, I think I would have to think it through, but I would have to say that I'm in the woodshed, you know, 8, 10, 12 hours a day, get myself up to speed. And I would say, I think, you know, of course I would have to do the rational, talk it over with the family. Those commitments are big. So if you were going to make a commitment like that, I mean, it's not unreasonable to think that someone like you, who is putting all of this time into the guitar, it's not unreasonable to think, you know, reaching out to those bands if you wanted to correspond with them. I don't think it's unreasonable. I think it's totally reasonable. I mean, how else are you going to play with Megadeth, right? But if someone reached out from a band like that, if a representative of that band, their people wanted to reach out and talk to my people, kind of thing, they could, there would be likely a negotiation, and it would likely be a business transaction. You know, I think that's how that would play out. Don't you think that's how it would work? Because it's, you know, on the road, rehearsals, that takes some time. But yeah, I mean, if a band like Megadeth was looking for a, you know, middle-aged white dude to bang out some licks, of course, yeah, I'd be like, yeah. Of course I would, yeah. I mean, I'm a big fan of Megadeth, a huge Megadeth fan, and 𝗵𝗂𝗶𝗴𝗃, so smart, this idea. You look like Joe Bonamassa. You know, 𝗃𝗏, I think I appreciate that. And Raul, I missed which idea you were talking about. If I forget, I just ramble. I get telling the stories, you know. I'm a similar kind of player. You know, I can be a polarizing sort of player, based on past lives and all of that stuff. And I'm not, don't hesitate to be the bull in the china closet if I need to be, you know. But what a brilliant player he is. It's just a brilliant playing style, and I do not know him as a person, but I would love to have an opportunity to play some music and share some musical time with his person, you know, in an ensemble sort of setting, and just explore possibilities, because I think there's a range of potential there, right? So the finger one is, and I hope any one of us feels the same. Like, any one of us could make ourselves ready, and it literally takes, if you wanted to get your ensemble and your band ready to tour, you just get your band together, you set rehearsals every Monday, every Wednesday, and then, whatever the 2 days a week are, I don't care, but 2 days a week, so you have a day or two insulation between each rehearsal. 2-hour practice or 3-hour practice. You practice for an hour and a half. You practice for an hour, take a half-hour break, and then you come back and you do the other half of your rehearsal. So it's either a 2-hour rehearsal block or a 3-hour, but do not go over that. Stay focused on the things that you need to stay focused on. Tighten up your act. Play the next rehearsal. Have an agenda for each rehearsal, so there's a plan. Someone is leading the direction of the rehearsals. You have very limited time to prepare yourself for the road. To get, let's say you have a quartet, that's 2 hours, let's say it's 3 hours times 4, that's 12 hours of person time. That's a lot to ask any adult, right? Any person, and that's twice a week, 24 hours. So you have 6 hours a week, like that's, 1/4 of a half of a work week. So it's a lot to ask. So you show up, plus you have travel time to and from, so you stay focused on the rehearsals. It's a 2 or 3 hour block. Get the thing done, get in, get set up, and get out of there. Be set up on time though. Be set up and ready to hit at the beginning of the rehearsal. Be ready to end at the end of the rehearsal, and be ready and okay with it's time to go. I don't need to mill around, and I don't need to share my personal life story every time I come to rehearsal. So it's just get in there, get out of there, have fun, and make some music that matters, but do the thing. Remember, we've got a show to get together, and 2 times a week is going to go by quickly. 3 months of that is not much time, right? So And then, but if you stay focused and you run that program, 3 months down the road, you have a band that is tuned up and ready to hit the road. And now you're able to, those records that you're making and those, now you're ready to hit the road and you're ready to kind of like recoup some loss and sell some tickets and get out there in the community, promote yourselves, make the t-shirts, make the hats, make the thing, and just do a good job at it. And if you're not capable of doing it all, you know, talk with your friends about supporting you somehow, and then getting the organizational structure, get a business manager together. So all of that is super important. And all that to say that I need to keep these, now I'm really working on keeping these things on time. I want to start on time at 7:30. I want to end on time at 8:30. It's 8:31. And I think we have now, I'm just going to go through the remainder of these questions to make sure I didn't miss anything. And please like, share, and subscribe. Go watch videos on my channel and support the channel any way you feel like you can. But sharing this live stream is super important for this 2025. And so we'll see you again here tomorrow. I'm not leaving just yet, but we'll see you again tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll go through the morning ritual for guitar growth together. I am alternate picking. I saw that. Hello from North Carolina. Beautiful, beautiful comment. Would you say if Dave Matt? Oh yeah, I would say absolutely. You look like Joe Bonham. I saw that. Thank you, 𝗃𝗏𝗄𝗃. I hope to see you all again tomorrow. Let's see. Hey sir, I'm sorry if I'm rude, but can you please try Pan's Lullaby? No problem, man. Any, or woman or whatever, no problem at all. Please request those songs. I have a separate live stream that addresses those, that receives those requests. So if you wanted to learn a song, jump on a membership live stream, and then we talk about transcribing songs. We talk about learning how to transcribe songs for yourself. We talk about, I'll take requests and perform the song for you so you can see it modeled. I'll play it slowly, I'll play it quickly at up to tempo, a tiempo, or we can break it down. We can also study ear training. So there are definitely services on this channel that support those requests. So thank you for those. And if I don't get to those during this morning ritual stuff, this live stream, then what I do is I'll definitely get to them. Sometimes you'll see these songs at your request be curated as lesson or instructional materials on the channel here at Jason Carey Guitar. So please don't think you're rude. I really appreciate them. It's just that I'm not always able to get to that. You can see I'm running 2 minutes over and I have to go. Frank and Jackie, thank you very much for being here. I really hope to do some amazing things together this year, and I'm praying that all of this goes well for all of us. It's part of my process at night and throughout the day. Guitar for everyone, thank you for your time. Jason, you are most welcome. And Kevin, thanks, Jason. Gonna run here. Until tomorrow, have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. And with that, I bid you adieu, and until we meet again.